Zoning Board of Adjustment meeting for Monday, March 30th, 2015. I apologize for being late. I simply forgot to put the meeting in my calendar, and I very much apologize for making people wait. And I appreciate your patience. The first item on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now we have review and approval of the minutes from the December 8th, 2014 meeting. If people have had a chance to... Oh, that's right, we need to appoint Rich as a member for purposes of this meeting, and thank you for staying on, Rich,
Okay.
so we can, until we can find another member. Is that what you were
Yes.
tapping me for? And then we had the review and approval of the minutes of December 8th, 2014. If people had an opportunity to look at that, that's the...
I looked at them, but it was a while ago, and I didn't remember anything striking me, so make a motion to accept as transmitted. Unless
I
somebody said
second it.
something else.
Further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
The board does know that that has been appealed, and the attorney filed the necessary paperwork
Yeah,
with the
that's
court.
out of our hands at this point.
Right.
Agenda item number 3 is, the first item of regular business is the election of officers, I guess.
That's right.
Does anybody or have nominations?
I'd like to nominate Chris to remain as our chair. He does a good job.
When he shows up on time.
I second that.
Any other nominations?
And
Okay.
if Wayne's willing, appoint Wayne as continuous vice chair.
Well, let's do them one at a time.
Okay.
All those in favor of sentencing me to another term as chair, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, I'm going to recognize, open the floor for nominations for vice chair, and I nominate Wayne.
Second that.
Any other nominations? Okay, we're closing the nominations, and all those in favor of Wayne continuing as vice chair, please signify by saying aye. None, aye. Anyone opposed? The ayes have it, it's unanimous.
Other than Wayne?
Other than Janice.
Right.
That's all of our officers, right?
You know, as vice chairman, one of your official duties is to make sure Chris knows about the meeting.
Right. Remembers the meeting.
I
I
haven't
will
been
try to
doing, I haven't been
remind.
doing
I
well.
knew about the meeting, I just didn't remember, didn't calendar the meeting. I've read all the materials. Okay, next item on the agenda is the application of Kyle Barnett / Maury Barnett. Public hearing for a variance reference section 7.03B of the Newmarket zoning ordinance to permit an accessory apartment on the second floor of a detached garage, where the requirement states that it be contained entirely within the detached single-family residence, maybe detached is wrong there, but within the single-family residence, and for a special exception reference 7.03 to permit an accessory apartment if all conditions are met. The property is located at 48 Elm Street, tax map U2, lot 207, in the R3 zone. If the applicant is here and wishes to speak.
One thing, I went over with the applicant that we didn't have a full board, but maybe you might want to review that again for the record, that we don't have a full board.
Yeah, I was going to do that.
Oh, okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I was gonna do that.
I did do part of it, but.
Yeah. Now, if the applicant wishes to speak to us, you're free to do so. The first thing I need to say is, to get a variance approved, you need at least 3 votes, no matter how many of us there are up here. Now, there's only 4 of us on the board right now. Usually there's 5. So statistically, you have a better chance of getting 3 votes if there's 5 of us than if there's 4. So we can go and ask the council to appoint somebody for purposes of sitting on the application, which they're usually pretty good about. But it's your choice whether to proceed with the four of us or to have us get another member here.
Which would most delay the meeting, we'd have to reschedule.
We would try to reschedule it within the next 2 weeks or so as best we can. It's entirely up to, I can't promise that, but that's what I would urge the council to do.
May I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Would it, not necessarily fully familiar with Newmarket's zoning ordinance, but I assume that if denied, we can't, what is the appeal process if we say we only were able to conjure up 2 votes tonight?
Well, if you,
Is there any appeal, or is that? Okay.
well, if you choose to go forward with the four of us, and you only get 2 votes, or you get 1 vote or no votes, then you could appeal the merits, but you'd be waiving the issue of whether there's 4 or 5 of us up here.
Right.
So that's,
And the process is to request a rehearing, and
Yeah,
that needs to
you
happen
would ask for a
within
rehearing and then-
30 days?
within 30 days, and then,
And it would be, if the board decided to have a rehearing, it would be heard at the zoning board level.
And we would be interested in hearing new evidence.
It would be
And
new evidence, you couldn't just present the same application.
well, you can, but you wouldn't, it would be odd to expect a different outcome with the same evidence, just as a practical matter. If you guys want to talk about it for a second, please feel free.
Thank you very much.
So if I do request to hold off and wait, you said you'll request a 5th member to join?
Yeah, we'd have to go to the council, we'd have to try to scare up someone to do it, which I think we should be able to do. And then the council would appoint them for purposes of sitting on this application, if not permanently. We would do our best to do it as quickly as possible, but I can't promise it would be in a certain time frame because it's not entirely in our control.
Okay. I think I would like to hold off to give
Okay.
myself a better chance with 5 people. so.
Okay. That's your prerogative, and what we'll do is I'll ask Diane to get a hold of Steve Fournier and get it put on the town council agenda. And in the meantime, we'll try to, maybe we can get Bill Barr or someone to come back and sit for
for specific,
a specific application. There's some former board members who are out there, who are familiar with the process.
We might not be able to get that vote until the April 15th meeting
Yeah.
of the town council.
We're going to do our
So-
best to get it done
And
as
then we
quickly
would
as we can.
schedule the meeting with you like we did for this hearing.
And you'll get notice of it, and you can.
Wednesday, right?
Well, they don't like to take things up without knowing about it in advance.
So
could.
That's what
You
we'll do.
could, I mean,
and,
we could. It's,
Dan will keep you apprised,
Might
or
be
Sue
before
Jordan
then.
will keep you apprised of what's happening with that.
We've got time constraints
Okay.
here, so.
just,
So
that's
we're
what
gonna
the
reschedule the
protocol is,
meeting.
but I'll talk to Steve about it.
Any further new or old business to come before the board?
Just for the record, maybe Diane can quickly update us on the Grape Street rehearing,
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I apologize again for making you wait. It's totally my fault.
The applicant did file an appeal with Rockingham Superior Court,
ad nauseum.
and our attorney responded to the request and filed the appropriate paperwork, and I put together the certified record with Sue, and we made that available to them.
Can we see the response?
Sure.
you
Response
can-
from our attorney?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if anybody's interested. in seeing
I
it.
would be very interested.
Yeah.
I saw, just
I haven't
as a
actually
learning
had-
exercise for us.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen the
And-
copy of it myself.
And who prepared it?
Donahue, Tucker,
Okay.
Jim Dollar.
The John Radigan's handling it?
Who was, yes,
Somebody
John
else there?
Radigan, I believe, he was on vacation, but I think it's his
Yeah,
case.
so it was a bit of an eye-opener to read the complaint. It's like, man, we didn't do anything right.
Yeah.
I-
And I thought it was kind of interesting that the advice their attorney gave, that we're supposed to vote on every point individually, was completely contrary to what they told us
What
at
you're-
the,
Yes.
at the previous meetings we went to for the, so, I guess that's what an attorney does.
This is what we have courts for.
And I don't know if everybody's aware of it, but there was a final resolution on the other Cheney case that came before this board, I don't know how many years ago it was
Yes.
at this point.
At
Um,
Moody Point.
At Moody Point, Lot 13, and the courts ruled in favor of the town, basically. And I think there's some discussion about maybe being able to recoup some legal expenses. And I think Steve Fournier is in discussion with the council about that.
Anything else to come before us?
Motion to adjourn, I so move.
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed. And Richie, thank you again for sticking with us.